Hi, it's Doug talking about inspection report transfer items within the Fire Department online software. After signing into your website, you will be presented with the firefighter's home page. Your home page will look a little different than what is being shown to you here, as your website will be customized for your fire department. Also, your fire department may not have implemented all options available within the Fire Department online software. To access inspection report transfer items, click on the inspection reports from the main menu bar from any page. In our case, we are on the firefighter's home page. Next, click on the Maintain Reports button on the inspection reports page. We are presented with the inspection report listings page. If an inspection report has started to be created for a piece of equipment, then the Transfer Items button will be available as shown. Notice that even if the equipment is not in service, like Tanker 280, the Transfer Items button is available. The reason for this is that you might have taken a piece of equipment out of service for repair, but you found out that it is not repairable, so the Transfer Items button is available so you can transfer items from the old piece of equipment to the replacement piece of equipment. To transfer multiple items or a single item, click on the transfer button to the right of the equipment that we will be transferring the items from. In our case, we click on the transfer button to the right of Fire and Rescue 290. The equipment item transfer page is presented to us. Under the title From Major Equipment, we see that Fire and Rescue 290 is shown. On the drop-down list for the From Inspection section, we see all the inspection sections associated with Fire and Rescue 290. Once we select an inspection section from the drop-down, a complete list of items and tasks are presented to us that is associated to the selected inspection section. If we click on the radio button beside an item listed under Select Equipment Item to Transfer, then the number of pieces drop-down becomes available. This drop-down is showing us how many pieces of the selected item is available to transfer, or whether the item is a task that will be transferred. We're going to select the item Transfer Task by clicking on the radio button to the left of Transfer Tasks. Next, we select Task from the drop-down list for Item Transfer Task. We will now inform the system that we want to transfer the selected item to Pumper 270 by selecting Pumper 270 from the drop-down list associated with 2 major equipment. Next, we will select the inspection section of Pumper 270 that will receive the item we are transferring. In our case, we select Inspection Section Passenger Side Compartment 4. All items and tasks associated with Pumper 270 Passenger Side Compartment 4 is presented to us. Scroll down to the bottom of the page and we will click on the Transfer Equipment Item button. We receive a pop-up message informing us of the actions taken during this transfer. As stated in the pop-up message, Item Transfer Task is no longer listed under Passenger Side Compartment 1 for Fire and Rescue 290. We now see Item Transfer Task listed under Passenger Side Compartment 4 for Pumper 270. Notice the Transfer Item button is no longer available. This is because we need to select another item to transfer from Passenger Side Compartment 1, or select another inspection section and then select an item from the new inspection section. Once we have selected an item, the transfer button becomes available to us. We will now transfer an equipment item versus a task. One of the major differences between transferring an item versus a task is that if the task you are transferring already is associated to the inspection section of the 2 major pieces of equipment, then the task will not be transferred out of the inspection section of the From Major Piece of Equipment. Let's start by clicking on the transfer item to the right of Fire and Rescue 290. We will select Inspection Section Driver Side Compartment 1 of Fire and Rescue 290. Next, we will select Pumper 270 as the 2 major equipment. We will now select Inspection Section Passenger Side Compartment 4 of Pumper 270. We will now select Item Transfer Items from Inspection Section Driver's Side Compartment 1 of Fire and Rescue 290. Next, we will select 1 from the drop-down list of transfer items, but as you saw, there is a total quantity of 6 that could be transferred. Click on the Transfer Equipment Item button at the bottom of the page. We receive a pop-up confirmation message stating the actions performed by the system. Notice that 1 piece was added to Inspection Section Passenger Side Compartment 4 on Pumper 270, while 1 piece was removed from Inspection Section Driver's Side Compartment 1 on Fire and Rescue 290. For the record, the system will transfer from the in-service total before using the out-of-service totals, if any. The transfer item with a quantity of 1 is now showing in the Inspection Section Passenger Side Compartment 4 on Pumper 270. We will now transfer another 3 transfer items from Inspection Section Driver's Side Compartment 1 on Fire and Rescue 290 to Inspection Section Passenger Side Compartment 4 on Pumper 270. Once again, we get a detailed pop-up message of the actions performed during the transfer. We now see that the Inspection Section Passenger Side Compartment 4 on Pumper 270 now has a total of 4 transfer items. We will now transfer the last 2 pieces of transfer items from Inspection Section Driver's Side Compartment 1 of Fire and Rescue 290. Once again, we get a detailed pop-up message of the actions performed during the transfer. Notice that the transfer items is no longer listed in Inspection Section Driver's Side Compartment 1 of Fire and Rescue 290. Pumper 270, Inspection Section Passenger Side Compartment 4 now shows all 6 pieces of transfer items. For the record, transferring items within the same major piece of equipment is allowed. We have the From Major Equipment and the To Major Equipment selected as Fire and Rescue 290. Since we selected Driver's Side Compartment 1 as the From Inspection section, notice that Driver's Side Compartment 1 is not available to select for the To Inspection section. That is the only difference regarding transferring items within the same piece of major equipment. That concludes the video on Inspection Report Transfer Items from Fire Department Online. Thanks for watching.